In 2009, Alison and I had been serving as youth pastors at a church in North Carolina for several years. I was also working as a graphic designer in Charlotte, North Carolina. During that time, my wife was working as a nurse at a hospital. We were both feeling like it was time to launch into full-time ministry. I didn't feel called to be a pastor, so I kind of felt stuck. Like, what do I do? In that same year, we were planning on going on a short-term mission trip to Bethany, Guatemala with Go-To Nations. So we went and we felt like we were in our element. Alison and I were enjoying every moment of ministry. When we got back to the States, we were like, you know what, our hearts are still in Guatemala. So we did some serious soul searching, if you will, praying and seeking, and we finally figured out, you know what, this is what we're supposed to be doing. We are called to be missionaries. So then we got in contact with some of the leaders of Go-To Nations, Nancy Lovelace. She said, well, the next thing you need to do is go through MPO, the Missionary Preparation and Orientation, in Jacksonville at the headquarters of Go-To Nations, where you learn the nuts and bolts of what it takes to be a missionary. The next step was to go through the Timothy Internship Program, a 10-week intensive missionary training program that they were having in Bethany, Guatemala, where we heard the call to become missionaries in the first place. After we graduated, it was time for us to begin the apprenticeship. We went through 10 months of language training in Guatemala City. During that time, while you're studying the language, you're also learning about missions at the same time under a veteran missionary. We moved here to San Pedro, Sula, Honduras a couple of months ago, and since then we've been working alongside of and shadowing the regional directors of the Americas for Go-To Nations, Wiley and Candy Gammon, ministering to the poorest of the poor, specifically the poor children of San Pedro Sula and the surrounding area. Some of the ministries that we're involved in now are helping with a local orphanage. These are my friends from the House of Mercy, the Casa de Misericordia. It's an orphanage here in Choloma, San Pedro Sula. There is a new micro farm there. It's an aquaponics system where they grow crops, vegetables. We're having some time together today, spending some time at the aquaponics system before they go to school to New Destiny today. We're also helping minister to children at New Destiny School. Wiley and Candy started 2 Christian schools, one in San Pedro Sula, one in a nearby city called Choloma. This bus goes in some of the poorest and most dangerous areas of San Pedro Sula. The parents actually chip in to pay for the gasoline for the bus. Otherwise, these children probably wouldn't be able to go to school. We go there and encourage the children, show them love. We're also involved in helping with feeding ministries from time to time. A role that I'm moving into now is helping direct short-term mission teams that come here and they experience life in Honduras as a missionary for 1 week, and I show them the kind of needs that the people face here. So those are some of the things that Alison and I do here in Honduras. I believe that at the heart of poverty, you find fear and pain. And the message that we bring is love and forgiveness. The Bible says that love casts out fear. And Jesus also says that when we receive forgiveness, we have the power and the responsibility to forgive others. You know, the gospel says that all things are possible to him that believes. And if we can convince these kids, if they can grasp that love, if they can receive that kind of faith, their destiny does not have to consist of poverty, pain, fear. It can consist of joy, success through God. But people don't tell them that. It is our job to tell them that because we know it's true. And when they figure that out and they can run with that, then they can be whatever they want to be.